project with Mecha, Richter and
Agora eu passo pra vocês, ensine com os comentários.
Opa, então, esse é o terceiro jogo das Tartarugas Ninja, a Run Co-op. Eles vão jogar provavelmente com o... Eles vão escolher o Donatello e o Leonardo. O recorde mundial dessa categoria é deles mesmos. Vamos lá. 3, 2, 1. Aí tá valendo. A principal estratégia desse jogo é você usar esse grab deles, que eles matam o inimigo em um hit só. E ele é um beat'em up, ou seja, você, como diria o Thug KJJ, um salve para ele, é um jogo de andar para a direita. Capa. E aí estou falando também sobre o ataque especial, que o ataque especial que ele tira... Ele também mata em um hit só, ele mata os inimigos em um hit, mas ele tira um pouco de sua energia, como o negócio de todo o beat'em up. Só que, quando você tá com 1 de HP, você pode continuar usando até morrer. É arriscado, mas pro co-op funciona muito bem.
Yeah, fortunately we're able to just kind of stay on opposite sides of the screen like this. And so Raph's ability to cover horizontal distances is
no caso, a melhor estratégia é um de cada lado da tela, porque assim eles conseguem matar os inimigos o mais rápido possível, assim que eles aparecem.
And you may note that they don't have any health left, even though they haven't really been hit. That special attack drains their health. They can still use it when they don't have any health left, but it means that for pretty much the entire run, they're kind of walking this tightrope where any random enemy can just punch them in the jaw, and then they're done. That's their life.
Aí no caso ele acabou de explicar no caso o que eu tinha falado sobre você conseguir dar esse ataque especial mesmo você estando com apenas 1 de HP.
As you can see.
Essa morte foi intencional, porque o inimigo ele vai spawnar com o HP que ele vai spawnar ele vai spawnar com HP de single player, porque tipo assim o jogo, o HP do chefe é diferente para single player e co-op. Então quando você morre, um dos personagens morre antes do chefe, o chefe ele vai spawnar como se você estivesse jogando de 1. Aí ele vai estar com menos HP e a kill vai ser mais rápida. E a segunda parte aí é aquela parada que todo mundo da speedrun adora, chamado auto-scroller.
Believe it or not, Rocksteady, despite being the boss of the first stage, is actually pretty difficult. Because he has a tendency to plane change.
Mas só uma parada, essa parada do HP ela só funciona no co-op. Sim, porque sim, Felipe, eles vão usar esse abre aspas damage boost, porque primeiro que o especial ele mata o inimigo com um hit só e no caso você pode usar ele mesmo lutando com 1 de HP. Olha esse auto-scroller aí, cara. Que delícia. Capa.
Another thing about those special attacks that we didn't mention earlier is that the turtles are completely invincible while performing them. You can get hit kind of at the tail end of them before you do them, but during the actual attack, they're safe.
No caso aí, ele acabou de explicar que quando você dá esse ataque especial, você fica invencível, você fica com iframes.
and kill whatever's attacking them.
Esses frames de invencibilidade.
Specials do like a bajillion amount of damage too, so we'll like exclusively do those to bosses.
Yeah, so for some perspective, the jump kick.
Agora é a segunda parte da fase.
The normal weapon swing do 2 damage, and the shovel attack that we're using to kill some of the foot soldiers does 3 damage.
O recorde deles é de 36 e alguma coisa, porque eu lembro que ele que eu vi o vídeo dele. Eu vi o vídeo deles hoje, justamente quando eu tava estudando a run.
So there's a lot of just kind of like general beat 'em up mechanics that you have to manipulate when you're doing a speed run. The main one is just knowing where it spawns.
Pra ver o Discord você coloca aí exclamação social. Tyrion, exclamação social, que aí você tem o nosso server. Valeu, vai Victus.
What should we do for ground chuck? Should I die?
Aí é a mesma coisa, é a mesma strat de você.
But yeah, so knowing where enemies are going to spawn
Você
immediately is the biggest thing.
Um de cada lado pra matar os inimigos o mais cedo possível. Aí agora ele tá matando ele pra manipular a...
One thing about all the bosses,
I've got health, it's fine.
Pra manipular a vida do chefe. Que ele vai... Esse evento ele é 24 horas, ele vai acabar dia 30. Segunda fase já foi. Obrigado aí por dar o tempo exato, Evo. 36 e 26.
So this stage, they're gonna perform a magic trick. Hopefully. One thing that they've been kind of doing this whole time is they've been manipulating enemies to try and get them to attack who they want. But in 2-player co-op games, a lot of times the AI can be kind of wild. And so they need to get rid of one of the turtles. So Leo is dead now. And now Dr. C is dead. So they're just going to play the game like this.
Nossa!
So right now we've activated the ghost turtle glitch, is what we've been calling it. And this is a special variation of it, which we've been calling 0-player mode. So right now the game thinks that both players are dead. So it doesn't really know how to handle spawns.
It also means the AI gets kind of wild.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yikes.
Sorry, we can reactivate it on the game valve. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's targeting me.
Ele estava num status Ele estava num status fantasma, cara, que é um glitch que meio que confunde a programação do jogo, fazendo algumas coisas bem específicas.
But by scrolling the screen a specific way along that pit, they can make it so that the game can't fit that animation. And instead of just getting rid of the turtle or something like that,
não, o único jeito de você ir é você matando os caras. Você não tem como você pular fase.
So now because Leo died,
na base da porrada mesmo.
The game can't really see Dr. C very well. It has some concept that there's something there, but the AI won't really target him.
Okay. Don't take health. Okay. You need to lose it.
So because of that, they knew in that fight that Leo was going to be targeted the entire
Nossa,
time and be able to go at it that way.
Yeah, essentially the game constantly adjusts its difficulty and health values based on how many players are active. And usually it would be 1 or 2. But if the game thinks both are dead, it goes to a value that's not terribly intended.
I'm gonna lock the screen.
Okay.
And they're gonna reset up this glitch here with the same pit formation that they did earlier in the stage.
Yeah, because
roll it as much as you can. Keep going. Okay.
Aí no caso ele tá explicando sobre que o jogo detecta o HP do boss com base em quantos jogadores estão na tela. Então, como
So now the game is back to quote-unquote player 0 difficulty.
agora ele tá em status de ghost, ou seja, tá como se fosse morto.
I don't even know what to call this ball and chain attack that he does with his head. But during that attack, he is
Cara,
committed.
eu vou te falar que eu não sei explicar muito bem como é esse Zero Players, porque eu... Na run de WR deles, eles não usaram.
Animation like that they're committed to doing their attack no matter what. You can't interrupt it, and so as a result, they won't go into the hit reel that they normally would when you hit them.
Mas aí eles usaram o status de Ghost de um deles pra manipular o HP do boss. Ou seja, era como se tivesse um jogador só.
So I'm going to jump off the ledge here, and that cancels my Ghost glitch.
Yeah.
So there are a few ways to cancel it. Number one is dying. That's the easiest way to cancel it, and the one that we want to avoid. You can also, like, if you fall off a ledge like that, or like other specific ledges, falling in a hole here doesn't do it, but like on the elevator later, it'll cancel it. Anyways, I want to cancel it because having 0-player mode makes things very difficult, because the enemies don't know who to target. And they end up just like ambling all over the screen, and it's tough to chase them down.
It only skips waves on the 3rd stage anyways, so there's no point of keeping it.
Yeah. So now they still think that Leo is dead. So the game is proceeding as if Dr. C is the only living turtle. So we can now kind of take advantage of this.
R é... Tá falando na tela, esse R estão as vidas.
Such a way that they're not going to be able to accidentally hit Mecha Richter. And his job is going to be to kill the enemies as they try and walk over to me.
Yeah, knowing where enemies are going to target in a certain way in a beat 'em up, especially a co-op beat 'em up, is really, really useful because, like we said earlier, if both players are quote-unquote alive, there's no way to tell when an enemy is going to decide to target one turtle or the other.
I was nervous.
Na verdade é de Rest, Kainan.
No.
And even there, like, because they were targeting PJ there, Mecha was completely safe to walk up behind him and attack. If he was in front of him, then he could be coincidentally attacked if they tried to attack
Yeah,
PJ.
they can hit me with the stinky gas or just swing if they want to.
Right, but since he's in a place where they're not going to turn around and look at him, so he's safe behind them. And they'll abuse that in the boss fights a lot.
Yeah. And this game also has a lot of just, basic counter AI built into it. A lot of enemies are programmed that if you use like the dive kick attack, they will just jab you out of the sky for trying it. So being able to have a turtle is not affected by any of the AI.
Exatamente,
We had a lot of problems with me dying on that last wave.
O status de Ghost, se você tem dois personagens com status de Ghost, a IA do inimigo ela fica bagunçada.
And that purple foot soldier wave, we call them crazies because they do really unpredictable things. And at very unpredictable times with no startup.
Yeah, even if I get like close enough, they can give me a mystery hug and kill me.
Yeah, the mystery hug is the greatest. Like if an enemy walks near Mecha Richter, sometimes they'll like automatically put him in the full Nelson and it just kills him with no animation. I got him. Okay, no namers. Okay, I'll take.
Yeah, this game is pretty generous about color coding what different AI and foot soldiers do.
Where is he? Oh,
Grandmaster.
Aí meio...
Yeah, those guys, the Grandmasters, the guys who throw the enemies,
aí meio...
they can just like...
Aí foi meio que clint agora pro... com as kunais do soldado.
Nice, thank you.
Yep.
It's the subway dance. Alright, so this boss fight is gonna look pretty simple unless I die. That's just kind of
da dança do metrô.
Here that I found that trivializes this, but it's a little bit tight.
Agora quero ver se
Hopefully we don't have an accident.
Essa luta aí no caso, a estratégia é encurralar o boss num canto. Eu quero ver se eles vão usar.
Nice, very nice.
Você vê, é uma luta bem difícil.
So again, it looks really simple, but if I'm early, then the invincibility frames for my special are going to expire.
E foi.
Get pickaxed. But if I wait too long, then he's going to choose to attack on his own. He'll only sit there and wait for me to take action for short period of time. So
É.
it's not too bad.
Porque no caso
And again,
a
because
parada
of the whole
é um
thing,
pouco mais
and
difícil
then
porque você tem
using continuously all these bosses, unless they specifically take
Que-
attacks in order to get health back,
One more.
they're just at 1 health.
So this stage used to be our least favorite. It might still be Mecha Richter's least favorite, but I really enjoy this stage now. There's some pretty interesting co-op mechanics in this, with just like handling how you have to scroll the screen. Like screen scrolling in this is one of the most difficult things that you can do in co-op. It's really, really finicky. And a lot of like the spacing on the enemy waves is pretty particular. I want to give a shout out here to the previous runners and current runners of this game. I'm using the Tom Vodova strat right now, which some people might recognize that game. He's one of like the earliest speedrunners. He did runs back in like 2003, like before emulators existed, before certainly the tool-assisted speedruns existed. And a lot of his runs were competitive for a number of years after that. So he used to run Turtles 3, and I think he's still the only one that's done a death.
No caso, eu vou te falar que desde a época do WR deles, eles mudaram bastante as strats. Porque algumas delas eu não tô reconhecendo, tipo, aquele Ghost Trick, por exemplo.
Who's probably the single best player of this game. He's been spending a ton of time on this over the years. He's an incredibly good runner of this. He's done max score runs, low score runs.
É uma coisa, por exemplo, porque pra uma run de co-op, esses dois são os melhores.
It's just such a completely different dynamic, but I want to at least recognize his contribution.
Que, por exemplo, o especial do Rafael, ele vai de um lado pro outro da tela. Então, pra uma run single player, o Rafael é um dos personagens mais otimizados.
Crazies are after this. Wait for him.
We have $15 from LolCam Alpha.
Okay.
Hey, Couch and Mecha and PJ. Best of luck playing this gem made by Komami.
Doação
Please don't
de...
let Dr. Com challenge you to yet another round of bad Jenga. I don't think the stream can handle it. Donation goes to PLC's Choice.
Forgot about these guys.
$50 aí doação.
I am going to grab the health.
Eu acho, como nerd, o Michelangelo ele pode ser usado para algumas strats também. Por exemplo, a strat que eles usaram na run de WR, na fase anterior, ele trocou do... ele troca do Leonardo pro... Não lembro se é do Leonardo, um deles troca pro Michelangelo, pra aquele boss.
So, even though I'm dead, the game has no active target. The only target that exists is me.
Agora ele usou o status de Ghost pra facilitar a luta.
It's a good stage.
Yeah, nicely done.
So what was once the most difficult fight in the game is now pretty trivial. I didn't want it to be trivial before that fight. They've been known to surprise us.
Yeah, it's funny how
agora aí, Tecnodrome.
One health the entire time, how very small surprise changes to what you're expecting change the outcome very drastically.
Yeah, and speaking of very minute surprise changes, here's the Technodrome.
Yeah, you just spawned while punching. I just want to point that out.
I dive kicked.
Oh, that explains it.
You take left. So one thing that we have to be extra mindful of is dive kicking. Since we are playing with friendly fire on, it's obviously
eles estão jogando com friendly fire, ou seja,
most of the foot soldiers in this game are hard-coded to counterattack dive kicks.
Even if I dive kick, they can like recognize that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The deputy? All right, where's the sheriff? Is he later in the stage?
I think he's hanging out on the final stage.
The final?
Yeah.
Might be one
I'll
more.
get this one. I lied.
No.
I wasn't ready. My bad.
I'll take all.
Sim.
So yeah, dive kicking is the fastest way to cover ground. But when we dive kick, we are at risk of killing the other player through enemy counterattacks. Move up a bit. There you go. Cool.
Deles pega o HP, o outro não vai pegar porque eles vão... Porque justamente eles vão manipular o HP do subchefe.
To do the special attack, they hit both buttons simultaneously, and I use the word simultaneously very loosely. There's a window after jumping to hit the attack button where it'll accept it as the special input, and so by delaying that a little bit, he's putting his turtle higher in the air and hitting those where he normally, if he did it just standing flat on the ground, it wouldn't reach high enough to hit those.
Sheriffs. Thank you. Yeah, and I also have to do that with Dr. C to hit the helicopters. I think you do too, but I think Leo has a slightly bigger window. I have to get almost max height to hit the helicopters with the special. I'm not fighting these.
Yeah, mine aren't nearly as bad.
So the things that we can do to the bosses with like taking advantage of the depth axis, the rock soldiers can do to us. They have extremely advantageous hitboxes. So it's pretty common to like try and special them and they just parry. They move like 1 pixel down and then just kill you. That's terrible.
Just shows up and immediately fires his gun.
Yeah, sometimes he doesn't even show up. Sometimes bullets just fly across the screen.
Agora é hora do delicioso auto-scroller da fase.
It's a pretty minor thing, but they do have a little bit more health than the foot soldiers, so they pretty much have to special them instead of being able to use like the scoop.
Só que você tem que escapar desse, evitar esses.
Sometimes I can jump and like get hit out
tem que evitar esses.
Like I went to go do the special, but
esses lasers aí.
Hit me before I can actually activate it.
Yeah. All right, we've got like 40 seconds for some donations.
All right, we have $200 from Madrigal, who says, "Don't break anything." We have $75 from Miss Pots and Pans Robot, who says, "Much love to Team PLC." Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Not the time for that.
All right. Nothing to see here.
Agora aí o Toka.
Come on, Razar.
Não, o Razar esse aí. O Toka foi na outra fase.
Let him kill me here. Nope.
Ele tá tentando morrer pra manipular o HP do boss.
Let him kill me. So Razar is he's normally not a big deal, but he sometimes does this ice breath dance and just gets out of the way. We want him to do the claw as quickly
Agora ele
as
tá.
Agora do a similar fight to Leatherhead and a similar fight to what we're gonna see here, where he just targets my corpse and Leo gets 3 hits on him. Even though Leo's special is the second weakest, if you can get enemies.
Aí no caso ele, além de ter manipulado o HP do boss, ele manipulou. Como ele tá no status de Ghost, ele literalmente o destruidor ele não vai. Ele não vai atacar o Léo.
That used to be one of the hardest fights too. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I'll just stand on here and see what happens. And then when PJ came back, he was like, all right, I'll start attacking him. I was like, wait a minute. Let me try something. Stay still. Don't move.
You just stay there and get yours.
Yeah.
Dr. C giving the thumbs up here. He's like, crane spaceships in the sky? All right, good.
Oh, he's getting away. Sweet.
Agora o destruidor fugiu. Começando a sétima fase com claro, fase básica de beat'em up, elevador. Elevador e suas subidas verticais, shoutouts pro Jorge Paulo Risos.
Like the whole Mauser ball can just be cleared instantly. These platform guys, which take 2 hits, one to knock him off the platform. This guy might escape, just let him go. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes these guys spawn faster than normal.
Por exemplo, aqueles caras que só aqui que vem no negócio, eles têm eles levam 2 hits pra morrer ao invés de 1.
I hope GDQ staff has someone standing by with a fire extinguisher for when the inevitable happens and Team PLC causes the nest to explode. We have $250 from Zek Harvey, who says, "To PJ and Mecha Richter, Congratulations!
Thank you, Zach.
We practiced on my cart, which was a bold move, and
Your cart is cursed.
it has some interesting graphical effects. But we still managed to beat the whole game using that.
Yeah, we just played through anyways. We figured if we can beat it while we can't see anything, we should be able to beat it when we can.
All the names for everything was messed up except Toka. That was the only one. It's like, you expect him.
They know not to mess with Toka.
Toka is a true champion.
Toka will send them through the ceiling.
Agora, segunda parte aí do estágio. Isso me parece um callback pra aquela cutscene inicial do jogo anterior das tartarugas, que eles estão pulando do prédio pra tentar salvar a April.
Typically, you'll see waves of 3, where there's 3 enemies coming out at once. And when you've killed all 3 of them, then it progresses either to the next wave or you're allowed to advance the screen.
I'm not messing with these guys.
There are some places in this game where it has a wave of like 5 enemies, so when you kill...
Okay.
So when you kill like one of the enemy of the wave, another one will show up. Because it can only have 3 enemies on screen.
You get 'em.
I don't want. I'll take top guy.
Okay.
So,
Aí ele tá explicando.
Ah,
meu Deus do céu.
Clear the entire wave. Even if they kill 1 or 2 guys quickly, it doesn't really matter unless the entire wave is dead.
I don't mess with the Aladdins because they can give me the mystery hug.
Yeah, the mystery hug is pretty common from Aladdin.
And these guys too.
And the purples.
Yeah.
You lead here?
Yep.
Alô?
This next section used to be really difficult for us until I realized that
Eu não vou atender esse telefone, não.
Here from the, buzz beep.
Please.
The buzz beeps are scary because you don't have much time to react to them.
Yeah, it's just the first one.
Por que você acha que eu não tô atendendo, Combo Nerd?
Special to,
Capa.
Yeah.
The rooftop this is another really critical stage. This is really the last critical stage where we want to absolutely have the ghost turtle glitch active. Because there are a ton
Eles comentaram ali, né, que teve esse parte limite do jogo, por isso que só aparecem 3 inimigos por vez em toda a wave.
It's the same, no matter what.
Essa aí esses 3 inimigos por wave é limitação de hardware.
E quando eles estavam chegando aí nesse helicóptero, eles não tinham pressa em matar os inimigos porque as waves estavam em cima de um timer, então mesmo que eles matassem rápido, eles iam ter que esperar aparecer os inimigos.
Now, everyone's favorite thing to advertise for, just foot.
Foot,
I don't want
pé.
him. Thank you. Yep.
I don't know who commissioned this giant foot sign for the foot soldiers, but they're
I respect
proud.
the confidence.
Quem você acha que tava no telefone? Era o Sonic.
Ninja organization, like giant
Oh,
neon
my God.
Right?
É,
Melhor anúncio de todos os tempos, né?
uma placa com pé, escrito pé.
Not me.
Wherever.
Alguém
Manipulação
sentiu a
de
necessidade
HP?
aí de
Mas não, buddy.
divulgar um pé?
Manipular HP.
Wants to target Dr. C's
Aí eles manipular HP e, em caso Ghost
Get it,
State.
Toka.
And they
Come back.
like him to punch so that they can get the
got
extra
him.
damage, but
nicely.
Yes.
Very nice fight.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, so he loses all of his invincibility.
Inclusive, esse é um dos motivos de usar o Friendly Fire, porque ele consegue fazer esse tipo de manipulação.
É, porque caso contrário, no caso, ele se mata naquele
Yeah, a lot of enemies have attacks where they drop their
naquele outdoor lá, que ele dá choque.
Toka, all of his attacks are really committal and very long duration. So
Agora é a última fase do jogo, a fase mais longa.
I want you to lead until Aladdin's.
There's one attack that we didn't see where he like punches you towards the electric barrier, and there was one time where he punched me through the ceiling. I screen wrapped and got electrocuted.
Yeah, it was really amazing. It was quite a display of power.
E no caso também era justamente uma das fases mais perigosas porque os pontos de spawn de pizza tem 2, um eles devem usar, o outro eu não tenho certeza.
Okay. These ones and then reds. I'll let you take him.
Okay.
Take him.
We have $250 from Dasterin. Shoutouts to Team PLC. Here's hoping the equipment can withstand the combined power of PJ and Mecha.
Helicopter. Yep. Nice.
Those are the other 2 helicopters in the game, so there's only 4 total.
The baseball stars.
Nice. Sliding to home.
yeah, they reuse most of the enemies a lot in this game, and then there's a handful that just show up like once or twice.
Is it Belmondo's?
Eggs next.
Yep.
No. Just leave it up. So we really like to stagger these.
Eu realmente não sei, porque o WR deles é de 36 minutos. É possível. Não provável.
Or off screen, which have happened a couple times before.
Spear riders here. Stay back. Stay back.
Okay.
Nice.
So luchadors. They're coming for the frog splash.
Yep. Rollers.
Yep.
And then crazies. Oh, buckets. That's right.
Might as well be crazy.
The bucket throwers are nasty in this game. This is the long wave, right? Like, yeah.
Então, essas pizzas aí são meio...
That was the pizza rush. That's one of the scariest parts.
Porque no caso da pizza, ela tá... Aquela pizza, ela fica na frente de um inimigo. Ou seja, se você não for o rápido o suficiente, o inimigo vai e te acerta.
Mother Mother's trying to like slowly go down to attack PJ. And I'm just kind of sitting in front of his hitbox just to take out those Mothers as they come out. And yeah, easy fight.
Right. Let's give an extra big round of applause to Mecha, because at this point, it doesn't really matter if we don't have Ghost Turtle Glitch, because all the spawns are going to be the same from here till the end of the game. But he played through like the entirety of this game without taking a hit, which is crazy. It's ridiculous.
Agora ele tá falando que o Mecha Richter, ele jogou praticamente quase todo o jogo sem levar um hit sequer, desde que entrou no Ghost State. O que é uma parada bem difícil de você fazer.
Yeah. The two times you saw it were the only two that you can do it.
Yeah. So after
buzz
that,
beeps, buzz beeps.
After that, it's just chaos. Yep.
No caso, agora não importa muito o estado de Ghost, porque o spawn de inimigos vai ser igual dali até o boss final, que é o Super Shredder. Ou o Super Destruidor.
I'm still panicking.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like these guys that aren't even targeting him, if they still jump kick in and he's recovering from a special or he's in the middle of a shovel, they can just land on him and he's dead.
Yeah.
We are playing on the US version. You cannot change the number of lives that you start with in this. You can in the Japanese version, but not this one.
Well, there is a cheat code to change it in this one, but...
Ele tá explicando que na versão japonesa você pode mudar a quantidade de vidas. Na americana, não.
There's also extra hard copyright
copyright mode.
So if you can like break the copyright symbol in the title screen, it just does some very bad things to the game. It's actually impossible to complete because the first shredder is invincible. You can't actually kill him. And we did that by accident once. Back in 2013, we were just like playing, and like Rocksteady took like 100 hits.
Yeah, we were like,
figure out why.
Did that seem like more health? I don't know, maybe. And then we got to the Stone Warriors, we used a special, it didn't die, and he just clubbed us. And you're like, alright, yeah, something's not right here.
Ele tá falando de alguns códigos que você pode fazer pra deixar o jogo maluco. Eu não entendi muito bem porque tava falando tão rápido quanto um cara nascido no Texas.
You should have died like 10 times.
Yeah, I know. I'm overdue. This guy knows. They called in the expert.
Eye on the prize.
You need a turtle removed.
Exterminator's here. I got my girder. I deserve that.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, morreu. Feels bad, man.
Alright, the top purple spell. What are we gonna do for Krang?
I don't know.
Caraca.
We're both gonna get... Excuse you!
No!
O que vamos fazer com no Krang? Não sei. Nossa. Confiança total.
Just don't die.
I think I activated reverse copyright mode.
Alright, so they're coming up on Krang.
Oh, that's good, actually.
Okay.
They're coming up on Krang, and Krang is a...
Agora ali, ó, a morte ele foi boa porque vai manipular o boss o HP do Krang.
Krang has 3 phases here.
I would say attack him until your health is low, and then I'll come in.
Okay.
Yeah, the first phase he's gonna...
Like that, yeah.
Essa é a primeira fase do...
I don't know where it thinks you are.
Krang. Agora vai tentar encurralar ele no canto. Não funcionou muito bem.
So yeah, phase 2, Krang splits up and his pants do whatever they want.
Ali as calças fazem o que quiser.
You'll get an extra life. We'll be fine on Shredder still, I think.
Agora vai manipular aí na
Once again,
pro HP
manipulating
do
single player health.
pro HP do boss final desse vir pela metade. Ó, ganhou uma vida aí que é bom por motivos de segurança. Que aí, como tradição em jogo da Konami, você pode pegar uma vida do amiguinho.
So, Super Shredder has one attack in particular they really want him to do where he shoots lightning. Every other attack he has is moderate, but when he shoots lightning, he stands in one place for a long time. And gives him a lot of opportunities to hit him.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Shredder. Yes.
Wow.
O único ataque que eles não queriam que lançasse seria o canal que estão é o ataque que ele tá usando.
There. Wow.
This might kill me.
Pior que eu já trabalhei com um negócio por telefone.
Yeah, these chops and kicks. He can shoot a fireball too, but as long as one turtle's close to him, he usually won't do that.
You take
That.
time.
Aí,
Nicely done.
tempo. 35 e 39.
35, 39.
Wow.
That's 12 seconds off our record.
Nice.
Wow. That was pretty all right.
With having to set up the
That's-
glitch again.
Having to
That's
redo
Super
stage
Shredder.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, that Super Shredder fight certainly didn't hurt anything.
Yeah, we got some mileage out of that fight, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
Bom, pelo menos
That was a pretty great run. I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with that. One more shout out that
eu acho, não sei se é WR, seria WR, mas só que tipo, eu acho que eles têm um tempo menor, só não tá na leaderboard.
Eles falaram que foi 12 segundos do tempo deles. E se não fosse a luta do Shredder lá, seria muito menos ali, porque eles perderam muito tempo ali. É que por ser uma categoria co-op, eles têm que estar juntos pra jogar, então. Questão de local aí acaba dificultando pros owners jogarem mais o jogo.
Anything else? I think I'm good.
Shoutouts to Taco Libre.
Shout out to Taco Libre. Yeah.
E esse foi Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Projeto Manhattan.
Muito obrigado, Sansine, pelos comentários do
E
jogo.
vou ficando por aqui. Volto amanhã.
Até logo mais.